Shalom, shalom, beloved family. Hallelujah. Barak Yahuwah. I pray you all are having a Yapa Yom, a beautiful day today. Hallelujah. My name is Yahunatan. That means Yahuwah distributes. And in this video, we're going to be learning some Abaryt Dabarim, or ancient Hebrew words. And this is part 1. Hallelujah. And all the words we're looking at today are going to be in the ancient Abaryt pictograph. All right. If you have not seen the video of the ancient Abaryt pictograph alaph bayt, there's a link for that in the description box below. I highly recommend you go and you learn each letter, how to pronounce it, the sound that it makes, and the meaning of each letter and the symbol. That way you have that foundation of understanding before you start learning the words. All right. Because we're supposed to study and show ourselves approved. Hallelujah. You don't want to just jump right into the words if you don't have the letters down or the alaph bayt. All right. So that will be in the description box below for anyone who wants to learn that. And in Yoram Yahu, which they call Jeremiah, right? Chapter 6 and verse 16, it says, "Stand by the roads and look and ask for the ancient paths, where the good way is, and walk in it and find rest for your souls." So we're looking for that ancient path, right? So why would we then look at the modern Hebrew, right? That wouldn't make any sense. That's why we study the ancient Abaryt or the ancient Hebrew, right? We don't want the modern. We want the ancient path. Hallelujah. And in Zephaniah, who they call Zephaniah, chapter 3 and 9, Yahuwah says, "Then I shall restore to the people a pure language, that they shall all call upon the name of Yahuwah to serve him with one consent." So that pure language that he's restoring to us is the ancient Abaryt. It's the language of creation, and it is the tongue of the heavenly Malakim, the heavenly messengers, right? So this is the language that he is restoring unto us. Hallelujah. And in this restored tongue, there is no I, V, O, F, J, E, or W. All right? You will not find any of these letters in the words that we're going over today. All right? Because these were more recently added in. All right? Like, for example, the letter J is only 500 to 600 years old. So you won't find any of these letters in the words we go over today. All right? And just another example, like the W. Listen to that. W. It's a two U's put together, a W. See, so these are just newer letters. All right? Barak Yahuwah. Starting out, grab yourselves a pen and a paper, Maskpacha. Hallelujah. So we got, starting out, spirit. Ruch. Ruch. Right? You have 3 letters there. You have the Rosh, the Ur, and the Cha. Rosh, Ur, Cha. Alright? And in the modern, you have seen it like this. Ruach. But that would actually be an error because there's only 3 letters here. The Rosh, Ur, and the Cha. So you get Ruch. Right? And 2 other letters, or excuse me, 2 other words where that Ur is used. I'm going to give you an example, right? So you have the Messiah's name, Yahusha. And how about this word here? Halal, U, Ya. Right? 2 things you want to notice there. U and the U. You see, that's coming from the Ua. So that would debunk this right here, Ua. It's not supposed to be Ruach. It's supposed to be Ruh. Yahusha. Halal U, Ya. Ruh. Alright? And to pluralize that, you get Ruchut. Spirits. So that would be the plural version of that. So you have the Rosh, the Ur, the Chat, the Ur, and then the Ta. Ruchut. Ruchut. Spirits. Next up, We got kadash. Kadash, it means separate. Separate. All right? In the modern, you've heard it like this. Kodesh. All right? Kodesh. But there, remember, there was no O or E in the ancient. So you just have the kaf, the dalat, and the sheen. Kaf, dalat, sheen. Kadash. Kadash. And then if you want to say separated, you add the ua. And then you get kadush. Kadush. Hallelujah. Next up, what happens when we add those two first ones together, right? What do we get? We get the restored title for the Spirit of the Most High, the Ruch HaKadosh. Ruch HaKadosh. Ruch HaKadosh. Right? In the modern, you've heard it like this: Ruach HaKodesh. And we know that that's an error there. That's the modern Hebrew. And we don't follow that. We follow the ancient. So the ancient way of saying it was the Ruch HaKadosh. Rosh Ur Chat Hey Kaf Dalat Ur Shin. Ruch HaKadosh. The separated spirit. Right? Hallelujah. And you want to make sure you don't say this right here. Right? The SET part spirit. This is what I used to say when I first came into the truth, when I first came into the walk of Yahuwah Yahusha. But one thing we got to remember is Yahuwah says in Exodus 23:13 to not allow the names of other mighty ones to be heard on our lips. And if you look up that word right there, there's actually a deity called that. All right? So we want to refrain from using this, right, when referring to the Most High. This is actually the name of an Egyptian deity of chaos, storms, and war. Right? So instead of that, saying SET apart, we just say separate, the separated spirit, or you can say the made apart spirit, right? Or the placed apart spirit. For me, I prefer to say separated or sanctified, right? Separated is usually the one that I say. Hallelujah. So that's the Ruch HaKadosh, the separated spirit of Yahuwah. The Ruch HaKadosh. Next up, we got Ach. Ach, brother. You have the alaph and the chat. Check this out. This is why it's important to know the meanings of each letter. So this right here is the alaph, and it is an ox head. And the meaning of that is strength. Oops. And a chat is a tent wall. So what do you get? Brother. A brother is what? A brother is the strength of the tent. Strength of the tent or strength of the house, right? Hallelujah. That's a brother. All right. Achi, my brother. So when you add the yad at the end, you get Achi, Achi, my brother. And if you want to say brothers, you get the Mayim added at the end there. So you have the yad and the Mayim. So you get Achim, Achim, brothers. Barak Yahuwah. Next up, sister. Achut. Achut. So you have the alaph and the chat, and then you have the and the ta. If you want to say my sister, you add the yad. Achuti, my sister. And then if you want to say sisters, so you want to make that plural, you add the and the ta again. And it becomes achut ut. Achut ut. Achut ut. Sisters. Barak Yahuwah. I'll give you guys just a second to complete writing that down. Here we go. Next up, we got love. The word is ahab. Ahab. You have the alaph, the hey, and the bayt. Alaph, hey, bayt. Ahab. Love. Fullness of love, you add the hey again, and it makes the ah sound. And you get ahabah. Ahabah. Fullness of love. So if you want to greet one of your fellow brothers in the truth, or if you want to send them a nice message, you say ahaba u shalom. And then you can add ach or ahuti or ahut to that, depending on who you're speaking with, right? So Barak Yahu, ahaba u shalom. The u means and we're going to get into that. So ahaba, fullness of love, ahab, love. Next up, we got thanks. Thanks, we say tuda, huda. You have the ta, the ua, the dalat, and the hey. Ta, ua, dalat, hey. Right? So, something that I use this for when I am sitting down for a meal. Say tuda, Yahuwah. We give thanks to Yahuwah when he provides a meal for us, right? So we say tuda Yahuwah. Thanks Yahuwah. We give thanks unto him, right? And even when you enter in Palau, when you enter into prayer, into Palau, into petition to the Most High, you gotta say this. This is something great. You don't have to, but me personally, I think that is something great to say because it says we're supposed to enter his courts with praise and thanksgiving, right? We don't want to just come in and just start asking Yahuwah for stuff. No, we got to give him thanks. He's a king. He's a king. We got to give him thanks and praise when we enter his courts, all right? So when you enter into Palau, you should say, Huda Yahuwah. Huda Yahuwah for this day. Hallelujah. Barak Yahuwah. Yada Yahuwah. Praise Yahuwah. All right? So Tuda. Tuda. You can also use this word when you're saying thanks to a brother as well, or a sister. An ach or an achut. Next up, we got and. And. The Abaryt word is u. U. And it comes from the ua. Just like I said, remember? We say ahaba u shalom. So the ua there means and, right? So that's what you can use for that. And you guys also probably if you watch the Abaryt version of the Father's Palau, the Father's prayer, you also saw the u being used there, like u salach lanu, and forgive us. Alright? So and is u. Barak Yahuwah. And next up, we got the word for good. It's tube. Tube. We have the tot, the or, and the bayt. Tube. Tube. Hallelujah. Tot, or, bayt. Tube. A way that you can use this is you can say bukar. We're going to get into these in the next one, but bukar tube. What does that mean? Good rising to you, or good daylight to you, right? We don't say good morning because morning is like a bad word, like you're mourning a death, right? So we don't want to say that because the power of life and death is in the tongue. So bukar tube would be like, here's what I like to say in English, right? Instead of good morning, I like to say grand rising, right? Bukar tube, that's the Abaryt. Bukar tube. Next up, we got the. The word is ha, and it comes from the hey, ha, the. Next up, we got con. Con means yes. It can also mean agree. Like if you're agreeing to something, con aki. Con, brother. Yes, brother. Agree, brother. Right? Con. You have the cough and the noon. Cough and the noon. Con. And next up, we got earth. Arat. 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 You have the alaph, the rosh, and the zad. Alaph, rosh, zad. Arat. So if you want to say the earth, right? If you want to say the earth, right? Say ha arats, right? The earth, ha arats, the earth. You have the alph, rosh, nadzad, earth, arats. Barak Yahuwah, all esteem to the Most High. And last but not least, we got heavens or skies. Shamaim, Shamaim, Shamaim. Heavens or skies. All right, so you have the Shin, the Ma'im, the Yad, and the Ma'im. So if you want to say the heavens, you say Ha Shamaim, the heavens. So you have the Shin, Ma'im, Yad, and the Ma'im. Barak Yahuwah. So that is all for this video, Mashpacha. Yahuwah willing, I am going to be doing a part 2 on this very soon, and with some more important words that we need to learn. Hallelujah. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to drop them in the comment section below. And I pray you guys all have a beautiful day today. And I pray that Yahuwah continue to barak you and guard you and cause his face to shine upon you. Hallelujah. I pray that he continues to increase your wisdom. And I pray that you continue to grow in Yahuwah. Hallelujah. Ahaba'u shalom. Much love to you guys. I'll see you guys in the next one. Shalom, shalom.